Good morning, children. A poem, a beautiful poem, The Last Bargain, is going to be discussed with you. This poem has been written by Rabindranath Tagore. I think you know Rabindranath Tagore. He was a great man of India, great son of India, who won Nobel Prize when he wrote his book Gitanjali. One thing I would like to tell you about Rabindranath Tagore, that he was nature lover. He loved nature. Nature was everything for him. So on this, based on his philosophy, this poem deals his love to the nature. Just you see the poem, The Last Bargain. What is bargain? It is common for you when a customer goes to a shopkeeper and purchases a good. So a bargain takes place between shopkeeper and the customer. Suppose you go to buy a pen to a shopkeeper. Shopkeeper tells that the cost of pen is 5 rupees. You have to pay rupees 5, and you tell, no, I will give you rupees 4 only. So this is called bargain. Okay. The poem is about the last bargain. See the introduction written here. A bargain is an agreement in which both parties, just I have given you an example of a shopkeeper and a customer, promise to do something for each other. Suppose there is a laborer and there is a other person, he wants his labor. So they discuss about the payment, that the master tells that I will give you only 200 rupees, but the laborer tells that I will take not less than 300 rupees. So this is called bargain. So bargain is not just between a shopkeeper and a customer, but it may take place between a person who gives work to a worker. So this may be said as a bargain. So someone is looking for work, waiting to be hired. He wants that someone hire him. He strikes a bargain, but thinks it worthless, useless. He tries twice again, but does not like either. Finally, in the last bargain, when the last bargain, when he is hired for nothing whatever, he is happy as never before. What is the bargain and why is it the best? You are going to know. We can say that someone is looking for work or a laborer is looking for work. He is waiting to be hired. वो चाहता है कि उसको कोई काम पर रख ले. First he strikes a bargain with a king, but thinks it worthless. Then an old man tries to hire him with his money, but he turns away. In the evening, he comes across a fair maid. She wants to hire him with a smile. Her smile disappears, and so does she. At last, the speaker sees a child playing with shells at the beach. वो सीपियों से बच्चा खेल रहा है at the beach of the sea. समुद्र के किनारे. He has nothing to hire him, yet the speaker is happy to work for him. Speaker means the person who is looking for the work. The poem shows the importance of selfless and innocent love. The poet wants to say that nothing is as beautiful and important as goodwill and cheer is. Dear children, now your poem starts. Come and hire me. Who says? Because these four words have been written in inverted commas. It means someone is telling. Who is telling this? Come and hire me. The laborer, the worker. You can see the picture. A person. You can see the picture of a person and a child. So person is a laborer. So I cried means the poem is told by the laborer. While in the morning I was walking on the stone paved road. Road was made by a stone. And he cried, come and hire me. Sword in hand, the king came in his chariot. Do you know what is chariot? Chariot is triumphal car, a rath. Okay. So again you see, sword in hand, the king came in his chariot. He held my hand. What is meaning of he? Means the king held my hand, caught my hand. What is caught? C-A-U-G-H-T. Catch, caught. Oh. The king caught my hand and said, I will hire you with my power. Okay. But his power counted for naught. The king's power counted for nothing, and he went away in his chariot. It means the laborer, the person, refused to work for the king. Now you see the second stanza. In the heat of the midday, the houses stood with shut doors. It is noon and it was too hot. That is why all the doors were shut. I wandered along the crooked lane. Crooked means deformed, विकृत गलियों से lane. I wandered along the crooked lane, and old man came. Remember this. This is the second person. First person was the king. Second person is the old man. Remember this. And old man came out with his bag of gold. He pondered, he thought, and said, I will hire you, means the person said, the old man said to the laborer that I will hire you with my money. He weighed his coins one by one, but I turned away. Means the laborer, the worker, refused to work for the old man. Now you see the third stanza. It was evening. The garden hedge means fence of bushes or shrubs. Perhaps you have seen around the garden. The garden hedge was still a flower. Flowers were there on the hedges, on the shrubs or bushes of the garden. A fair maid, fair means beautiful, maid means woman, came out and said, I will hire you with a smile. The lady promised, if you will work for me, you'll be granted my smile. Her smile paled and melted into tears. Why? Now you should know the meaning of pale is of faint white color, faint and melted into tears. Her smile melted into tears. And she went back alone into the dark. Means the worker refused to work for the lady. I think you remember the people to whom the laborer met. First was the king, second was the old man, third was the lady, fair lady, you can say. Now you see the fourth stanza, that is very, very important. This stanza tells you the theme of the poem. Here you will see the thought of Rabindranath Tagore, and here you will feel how great was he. Yes. The sun glistened on the sand. The sun shone on the sand. सूरज चमक रहा था. And the sea waves broke. So, there were waves in the sea, waywardly, willfully. A child sat playing with shells. At that place, there was a child who was playing with shells. He raised his head and seem to know me. You see, the child raised his head and seemed to know the laborer and said, I hire you with nothing. From henceforth, from henceforward means henceforth, that bargain struck. The bargain took place. In child, play made me a free man. Here you can see the innocent behavior of the child. Here you can find the innocent love of the child. And the laborer was attracted by the behavior of the child. He is happy and he thinks himself a free man. Dear children, this poem has been written before independence. Have you heard Shanti Niketan? Yes. Their children read in lap of nature. Who established Shanti Niketan? Rabindranath Tagore. Yes. So, you should again, I tell you should remember this. Rabindranath Tagore was a lover of nature. For him, nature is everything. Nature is God for him. So, in his philosophy, we see that he tells that a child will learn from nature. Let the child learn from nature. Can you give me an example? Newton learned from nature. What had he seen? What had he seen? He had seen an apple was falling and he gave theory of motion. Yes, gravitational force. So, dear children, for Newton, nature was teacher. So, this fact is there. So, I think don't take this poem in an ordinary way. I think you should remember this by heart. Read again and again this poem, and you will be very happy when you shall remember this poem. First of all, you remember this poem by heart. Now, there are some questions for you. You have to do all the exercises working with the poem. Who is the speaker in the poem? You can easily say. The poet himself is the speaker in the poem. That is why he starts his poem with I. Everywhere. He says himself, I. In the first line, you see, I cried. Come and hire me, I cried. Okay. So poet himself is the speaker in the poem. Question number 2. The king, sword in hand, suggests wealth, power, more power than wealth. Yes, more power than wealth. Mark the appropriate item in the correct of context of stanza 1. Okay. The old man offered the speaker a lot of money. Why did he turn down the offer? Because it did not seem attractive to him. Remember this. He turned down the offer because it did not seem attractive to him. So I think you have to write the answer. Question number 4. Find the poem. Lines that match the following. Read both one after another. I have nothing to give you except goodwill and cheer. What is the line? Last stanza. I hire you with nothing. Okay. Second, her happiness was no more than sorrow in disguise. Her smile paled and melted into tears. Now, third, the king's might was not worth much. But his power counted for naught. But his power counted for nothing. In your poem, the word not has been written. Question number 5. How did the speaker feel after talking to the child on the beach? You can easily say the speaker felt extremely happy after talking to the child on the beach. Other thing, he felt himself a, what is last line of the poem? A free man. He felt himself a free man. So I think you will do these exercises. So within 1 or 2 days. Okay. So within 1 or 2 days, you have to complete all these exercises in your copy and you have to post on WhatsApp. Okay. Thank you, children.